But until you understand your failure, you cannot prevent your failure. So I want to look at some things here and help you to see here that they could have annihilated the Jebusites, but they didn't. They had the ability. They just failed to do it. And so, have you ever stopped to ask yourself the question why you failed at doing something? Why you failed? Was it because you didn't know what to do? If you didn't know what to do, then this is a knowledge problem. If you don't know what to do, that's a knowledge problem. If you don't know what to do. Did you fail because you just didn't know what to do? That means you got a knowledge problem. Did you fail because you don't know how to do it? If you don't know how to do it, it means you got an attitude problem. If nobody will ever help you, you got an attitude problem. It's either an attitude problem or a strategy problem. You don't know how to do it. It's either an attitude or strategy problem. You have to recognize what your problem is so that you know what to work on and how to fix it. Some failure is due to the fact it's because you don't know who should do it. You're trying to do something that somebody else ought to be doing. And if you're spending your time doing something that you're not anointed to do, and let the other person do that, see, this is a personnel problem. This is a personnel problem. You have to find out, do I have a knowledge problem? Do I have an attitude problem? Do I have a strategy problem? Do I have a personnel problem? Then there are some times that we fail because we don't know why we should do it. This is a motivational problem. If you don't know why you should do something, that's a motivational problem because you lack understanding. Because whatever a person does not understand, they're automatically against. If a person doesn't understand something, they're automatically against it. Then there are some failures that are based on the fact that they don't know when they should do it. This is a timing problem. This is a timing problem. A timing problem. So you have to decide, is this a knowledge problem? Is this an attitude or strategy problem? Is this a personnel problem? Is this a motivational problem? Is this a timing problem? Sometimes we fail because we just don't feel like doing it. If you don't feel like doing it, that's what I call a lazy problem. That's just a lazy problem. I start to give a fancy name to it. Lazy. There are sometimes that people fail because they are doing too many things. Was it because you're doing too many things? That is a focus problem. That's a focus problem. Sometimes they just fail because they've got too many irons in the fire. They don't know how to focus. Sometimes the issue is that they fail because they quit prematurely. That is a perseverance problem. Because failure follows those who fail to follow through. Failure follows those who fail to follow through. That's a perseverance problem. And then here's a unique one. Was it because it was out of God's will for your life? And that is a problem of prayer. Because it is in prayer that you're able to discern the Lord's will. You ever notice Jeremiah 29:11? I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. But you need to go on from verse 11 to verse 12 and verse 13, because God begins to talk there about, I'll let you know this stuff that I know. I know the plans, and God says, I'll let you know it when you seek me with all of your heart. If you seek me, he says, I'll be found by you. But he says, I want you to want what I've got for you. I want you to be hungry for it. And so he makes us come and ask him. When you seek God with all of your heart, God will let you know. I really believe that the Benjamites failed here because theirs was a problem of poor planning and just quitting.